Greetings, everyone. My name is Ashley Shumba, and I'd like to talk today about the three fundamental keys to success. First of all, success is defined in different ways and has different meanings to different people from all regions and across the globe. The most important thing that we have come to realize for those of us who have been in business is there's what is called ask, A-S-K, A representing attitude, S representing skills, and then K representing knowledge. But we came to the realization that attitude constitutes to an overall revolutionary success of an individual. How do we define an attitude? An attitude is a mental mindset that a human being set before themselves based on positive goals. You put aside failures, you put aside negative contributions from within your circles, and you only focus on the positive side. It's that mindset that tells you that if I try this thing, I'm going to make it. It is that mindset that also tells you that it will work. So that's why we have seen that attitude is the overall conclusion of a human success. Also, attitude depends on how you react to a situation. Some situations require calmness. Some situations require aggressive involvement without losing your temper, without even going to the extremes of disrespecting people. Also, in marriages, we have seen that most marriages fall apart because of attitude. So attitude is very, very important in our daily lives. We need to have a very good mental attitude in order to succeed or in order to progress in our endeavors, careers of interest, etc. An attitude teaches us that even when you're in business, if you are given money, let's say from the bank, if you borrow money from the bank, it is your attitude that will build your credit or destroy your credit. Credit lines are based on attitude. You have to discipline yourself that if you are given, say, $10,000, you know that you have to repay this money within 3 years or 2 years. Make follow-up with the bank. Tell them that this month I might be late. I'll be late with only 10 days or 15 days. Please, can they allow a late entry, a late payment? They will make a record that you have called, you have made an effort to call and to ask for forgiveness for a late payment, and you assure them that you will pay. That also shows them that you are a good borrower. When you have repaid the money, you need also to ensure that you show them where you've put the money, so that tomorrow you're able to go back to them to say, here I am, I borrowed $10,000, I repaid within this speculated time frame, and today I need $50,000 for a different project. Now we come to skill. Skill is as good as what is your trade. I'm sure you've heard some people saying, can I use your skill for this project? Your expertise. What are you good at? That skill has to be perfect. That's why you find some skills, people will always tell you that, here we need a skilled individual. Often in business, we hire people with skills. Sometimes, in some unfortunate times, we hire people with no skills, but we know them and we trust them. But in the long run, it's unfortunate. It will not work if you hire somebody without a good skill. No matter how well you know them, how close you are to them, it will jeopardize the project. You need to hire people who are qualified in certain trades. And then we come to knowledge. You need to really study your program, your work. Get to the root of your work. You have to know your work. If it is a project, take time to study your project. People, they want you to explain to them. They want you to sell your product. Sell that product to people. Sell it and be able to live from it. You have to make money. You can't just have a product. You can't go around the world selling eggs, fresh eggs, and not expecting to make a profit out of it. You have to make a profit out of it. That's the purpose of business. The purpose of business is to make a difference, create employment, informal and formal employment, and make a profit. If you are not making a profit in business, something is wrong. You have to go down. You have to have a good plan. Take time to plan your work. Study your programs. Study your business. Have people, not only that you trust, people you have confidence in that they'll make things happen. Don't just take friends. When I started business, I used to work with friends, and unfortunately I lost friends because I had to let them go. They couldn't keep up to my expertise, to my expectations. So these are some of the things you have to be careful to employ friends. Never ever employ, it falls under knowledge. You must have the knowledge to know that never employ friends, never employ family members. You have to work with people who know what they are doing. There must be respect. If you employ your brother, it can work. But you cannot cancel your brother. You cannot discipline your brother. You cannot suspend your brother. You cannot fire your brother. These are some of the challenges that people face in business. That you realize that you started your company with the wrong people. Now you can't get rid of the wrong people. I've seen situations like that. I've worked for companies and I've worked with some colleagues that I've seen that they put themselves in a precarious position because they employed friends, they employed family members. Now they can't get rid of them. You have a situation whereby people will even start to abuse money. Can you tell me that you're going to take your brother to court? So those are some of the things that you have to be careful in business. Business is not a joke. Business is not for kids. Business is something serious, very, very serious. You don't go to university to fail. Yes, you might have some little points, but you cannot be expelled completely from failing after spending all that money. So you don't go and venture into business to fail. You learn as you grow. You have to mitigate the risks. You have to be able to see that where I'm stepping in the right direction, I'm stepping in the wrong direction. Don't just do things that everyone is doing, and then you're going to compete with giant companies. Nobody will come to you for business if you're competing with giant companies. They will rather go to a big company where they know their product is insured, rather than take chances or risk coming to you. So you have to be very careful what you do in business. Start small, grow gradually, save some money, invest money, buy stocks, buy immovable properties. You have to buy immovable properties, because immovable properties will always appreciate. It doesn't depreciate. So these are some of the keys that you have to do. Even if a land is in the ghetto or in the high density area, it is still an investment. You cannot buy a Mercedes-Benz and think that you can go to bank and say, oh, I'm putting my Mercedes as a collateral. They will devalue that car. But a land, they cannot devalue it. A property, a house, they cannot devalue it. So these are some of the things that people need to know in business.